Hello, buddy. Welcome back to playing the game of League of Legends. I'm the Strategy Professor. Doing a little Thresh action here. Viewers Night on Tuesdays. I'm going to try out Ardent Sensor Thresh. He actually does have some okay AP ratios. Thresh is probably the hardest support in the game to play. If you're playing him at like a really high level. But he is pretty good against enchanters. Like, he's alright against, especially later in the game, against like a Soraka or a Sona. So, he's pretty good in this meta right now. I just don't play him a lot normally because he's basically a specialist champion. Like, you need to almost one-trick Thresh to be really good at him. That's how a lot of pro players get their start, actually, is they one-trick Thresh to Challenger, and then eventually, a lot of supports, they one-trick Thresh to Challenger, and then eventually they start learning some other stuff. But almost all of them start off as one-trick Thresh players. At least historically, because he's been the best support basically since he was created, until they nerfed him a lot, I think last year. But he's still really good. Right now he is. Because he's good on defense and he's good on offense. That's really what and he has a lot of crowd control and a lot of versatility. That's what makes him historically a really, really good pick. Because he's got the hooks, but unlike Blitzcrank, he's got defense too with his Flay, his ultimate, his Lantern. So he can play really well if you're behind, he can play really well if you're ahead. You just have to know what to do in the different situations. So he doesn't have as much raw, like, blow him up power as Blitz. He doesn't have as much appealing as someone like a Janna, but he's a good jack of all trades. I could have gone for Ignite if I really wanted to, but flipped her the wrong way. I'm gonna flip her back. I probably shouldn't have even gone for it.
Alright, I'm taking a look mid. Go, go, go. Ooh, he's too fast. No. Do that. Oh shit.
You gotta remember Thresh, like, the biggest mistake that I think a lot of Thresh players make is they go in too much on the hook. You gotta remember, you're actually quite squishy early on. You have the lowest base armor in the game. You do get some from your souls, but your base is really low. So Thresh scales pretty well into late game with his souls, but his base stats are pretty horrible. So people think that he's like this super tank. But he's not really. He's a utility champion that can go in and sometimes take a couple of hits, but his base stats are pretty trash, so she's gonna shield that, probably. No, she doesn't. I shouldn't have even thrown it, though. I could have given her mana if she used her shield there.
does have no mana, so if we could bait that shield, we could probably just all in.
Okay. Mid's missing. Jungle's missing though. I just don't have a lot I can bait it with outside of Okay, we got our flash. A big part about Thresh too is like looking the opposite way you're gonna throw your hook. Because the animation, he doesn't face the way that he's throwing, he just kind of like does it and then throws it in the direction. So like right there I was looking at Graves and then hooked the Soraka. The no-look hook. There's so many like little intricate ways that you can improve Thresh play. Obviously, like I said, I'm not a fantastic Thresh player. It does make it hard to help people under tower hit because I get extra damage on my E.
Thanks.
I was surprised it kept the vision of her that whole time.
Yeah, let's push this thing down.
Yeah, I think they backed. That's a good call.
Yes, I know their blue's coming up soon, so I'm gonna avoid that.
Should be able to cross.
Do you think I should do more of a tanky build or a like offensive build?
On who? Gragas?
Yeah.
You can do like bow, get like Frozen Fist or something.
Oh, they got it. Shoot.
Or maybe Abyssal Mask. Something like that. Just kind of hybrid items, I think.
I think Abyssal would be better to rush first because of the Kali.
Yeah. Yeah, I would probably do Abyssal. That also gives you Catalyst, which helps you out in the lane.
You gotta watch those spots there too. They could get there quicker. So Soraka's gonna.
Yeah, Soraka's coming. Sivir might figure it out eventually. Be careful.
No, Sivir stay lane.
If Sivir went up there, they could have. Uh-oh. Nice. Sivir gets the assist on both of those. Poor Sivir.
Let's see if we can push these.
Okay. Can we get... Let's just get Dragon. Or wait, did they killed it. Never mind. I'm an idiot.
I was really
still
surprised
there.
they got it. I thought Kennen went back.
Yeah.
This is kind of tilting. Let's watch the fiddle thing fly out and take all the theatrics. Holy crap. Keeps making me auto tally.
Ah! Almost made it. She got one extra hit on me. Oh well, she's gonna miss a lot of experience. I should have flashed faster. You guys had plenty of health left. She hit me with that one last attack. It was too low. But she's gonna miss another wave of experience, and we all got assists off of it, and she didn't, so her team didn't. I'm gonna call Worth.
Can someone tell our Ezreal to start stepping up his game?
Yeah, come on, Sniper. It's like every time he plays on stream, he's an Ezreal one trick. Every time he plays on stream, he just goes off, murders everybody on Ezreal.
Damn, my CS is
Official this build for next game.
should be at like 90 to be okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can't come top.
You got a Jinx Rocket coming up there.
Don't move to it. Don't move to it.
It's worth a shot.
She's gonna dive out. She's gonna dive out.
It's probably gonna try and get to Gromp.
Yeah, I got the fear off.
Thresh is fun too because you get to collect the souls, and I mean, he's just always been a really fun. He's like everybody's favorite. He's like the people's champ. Like people love watching him, people love playing him.
Yeah, I think we can take this.
It's just a matter of can you play him and win in ranked, which is. I didn't have my ult, or I could have maybe got him, but.
Oh. How did he do that when I silenced? There.
Oof, missed that. It's bad. If I hit either one of them, well, I don't know. They have a lot of health. Yeah, one tension with Thresh, well, that's bad. One tension with Thresh is, you know, sometimes you want to be up ahead, but then you also need to use your lantern to back. So, you know, if you always go forward on the hooks, which I just said was like the biggest mistake people make, is you can get counter ganked. You're just kind of like a Leona at that point, if you take every hook, which means you can be powerful, but you can also get counter ganked and outplayed a lot, so. Unlike Leona, though, he has the lantern, so if you play back a little bit more, then you can save people. Like right there, if I'd stayed up really high, then there's a chance that Sivir could have made a play on Jinx, but the lantern stopped it, so. Sivir's annoying because she's just waiting on me to try to hook her. What? What? Okay.
Don't want
I
to take
think
this.
you meant to spell shield, but like.
Okay, just press the wrong button. I was like, it looked like she was baiting a spell shield.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take it. Sure. Yeah, if I don't hook this rocket, it's... Oh, she's got that worded, right? No? She just faded to the side. Jinx rocket incoming around Kennen. No.
Oh.
Nah. They're missing bot.
She had flash up the flash
I
went
think
off.
that's power.
Yeah, if they backed, we've got it. Infernal's up in 10 seconds.
Yeah. Good thinking.
You wanna know how insane it is to have 1.8
Jinx.
attack speed right now?
You have what?
1.8 attack speed.
Yeah, Jinx
Whenever
is...
I get-
Jinx is really strong if she just gets to sit there and fire.
Alright, I'm gonna blast Cone over to Dragon if y'all want to come there.
Okay. We're a little weak, but they're pushed in. That's gonna be hard. Ezreal's our big guns. Yeah, they're getting middle. They might get 2 towers mid if we don't go stop that, though.
Should I TP mid or just push top?
I'd
Just
TP
push
mid,
top.
TP mid. Oh, oh.
I'd push it. They're gonna get it, I think.
You tell me to kill her first.
Oh, Kali, like, faked me out.
Okay, I have rocket very soon.
Really?
Whoa, what? Oof. That was rough.
That's Soraka.
Nah. Yeah, I thought we were just gonna give them the tier 1 and defend tier 2 is why I told Gragas to stay top.
I mean, I got Kali to 1 hit. And
Yeah.
she didn't die again and again.
Nah,
And they're gonna get Dragon off of it too.
probably.
Yeah, Graves is already doing it. It's gone.
How you go, Jets? Yeah, I have smart cast on everything.
She's 1 hit up here.
The bones.
Kennen's flanking you.
Team has destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna roll around with Ezreal and see if we can... Oh, here comes Soraka. Maybe.
push bot.
Okay.
I got top tower with the Herald, but Akali's pushing on the first turret.
I think Kennen. No, he's hanging out middle.
Minion.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Goodies. I do like collecting all these things on the ground. That's fun.
Brand new game mechanic.
That's right.
Unlike anything
I
you've ever
teleport
been
off
playing
the
before.
upper.
Graves right here. Or I can just miss him. That's cool too. I think they're all about to swarm us here. Well, Collie's up there. Yeah, it's just... Well, Fiddle does have ult. Soraka's gonna come here to clear this pink. Yeah. Probably. Or she's just gonna sit middle. I'm gonna push up bot here.
Enemy rampage.
Oh, her ult. God, she healed so much.
Probably gonna come for me pretty soon.
Have you bought a...
An enemy is
What the
Rumble Vest, I guess.
hell?
shut down.
Pushing so slowly. I got kind of suckered in, priced into staying over here, but...
Sorry for language, but my goodness.
Nah.
She's feared and silenced and about to die, and guess what? She 100 me.
Yeah. I would take coin on Thresh every time in the current meta. Because you don't, like, you can play so far back. And the extra mana is helpful, as is the CDR. I don't think, does Targon's give you 10% at the tier 2? I don't remember. I feel like it doesn't. I feel like you don't get the 10% CDR until you complete it at tier 3. So it's nice to have the CDR, it's nice to have the mana. I mean, once it...
So tier 2 does give the system SDR.
The what? The tier 2...
Does give the 10% SDR.
Oh, okay. Well, missed the flay, but got the hook, so... Take it. Coin is just so strong. Unless you're, like, if you're really high elo, and you can close out games in, like, 25, maybe 25 to 30 minutes, maybe, like, Relic Shield or Spell Thieves or something would be stronger. But for most people, games are going to take probably 35 to 40 ranked games. In most elos, people won't close it out in time.
Okay, I think I should rotate for something.
Yeah, and you can play so far back as Thresh once again. You're not like the primary go in and take hits, so you don't need the health as much as someone like a Nautilus or a Leona or a, I don't know, a Sejuani support or, you know, something like that, right? Because you just hook and you can hang out in the back if you want to. If it's not,
Akali by me.
Careful.
just like that, like I don't have to go into that, so she dies anyways. Akali's gonna be flanking over here. Probably. Yeah, there she is.
Okay, I'm an idiot.
She's so strong. Yeah, we all gotta focus Akali. That's gotta be #1 priority when she shows up. She has to die when I hook her and Fiddle fears her, or she's just not gonna die.
Yeah, we need a executioners as soon as possible too. Oh, yeah, you're. Oh.
I already had it.
We just weren't all focusing her, I think, was the
I was looking at Sivir, not at Jinx.
key issue there.
I was on Graves.
Yeah, that'd probably suicided.
On a Baron off of that.
It just depends. I mean, I think, honestly, you gotta remember Bunny Fufu's playing at, like, a higher bracket, too, where they close out games. The reason that the game closeout timing matters so much is because coin...
Yep.
Sure. Obviously gives you a lot more money the longer the game lasts. So if the game's only lasting 25 minutes, you know, you might only get an extra 1,000 to 1,500 gold over what you would get with Targons. But if the game's lasting 30 to 35 minutes, then you're starting to talk about 2,000, 2,500, maybe even 3,000 more gold than you would get with Targons. That's like an item and a half. It's a really, really big difference in gold. And if you run with Targon's items, you really need to run flat AD also as your reds, which means you can't run as much armor, which is going to make you a bit more vulnerable in lane. So yeah, you do get the extra health, but you also lose the 8 armor that you could get off of having armor runes. So...
Right here, guys. Worth. Nice.
Nice, there we go. But yeah, I would get coin on... Like I said, unless you are a front line, you have to go in and fight, and you're going to get harassed out in lane. See, like right there, I don't have to go in and take those tower shots. If I was Leona, I would, so I would need more health. Right there, I can just catch him with a hook, and it's fine. So that's my thoughts on it. I mean, obviously, Bunny Fufu is a much, much better player than I am. But
Fake news.
You know, that's my thoughts on it. Especially the lower the elo gets, the more powerful coin is also. But keep in mind, people get it in pro play now. Like, that's how strong it is. An item that has, like, no combat stats whatsoever in a meta dominated by early game, like, lane presence, they still get coin. All the time, so...
Shut down.
I don't want here. I could just get... Redemption feels bad. So I'm gonna get Zeke's for Jinx. Fake news.
An enemy has been slain.
Soraka's worth the old. I really don't like Soraka.
I love it how now, well, I don't want to get too political, but just on like a philosophical sense, everyone today has like coined this term fake news. I'm like, news always has a bias. It always has a point of view because you can't.
Probably hung up by you by your red.
Okay, let's go get her. You can't tell the whole story. You always have a perspective. This is something that I talk about when I talk about history in my classes.
Good W.
Nice.
Just keep cleaning her up when she misfocuses me. We're gonna win the game off of it.
People are just noticing it a lot more now than they had in the past, but don't get too political with it.
Should I focus more on health now since I got Abyssal and Iceborne?
Yeah, maybe like a Spirit Visage or something now. Be probably good.
I'm just also trying to use this as like an opportunity to help me like focus on like what to build in certain situations, because that's one of my big problems is I want to stay to a set build that not really that flexible.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about, right? It's all about learning, having fun, trying out some different stuff. That's good. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's work top lane. We should be able to get that tier 2, excuse me, pretty easily.
At attack speed, though.
Yeah. The attack speed and then the locket and the shield off of.
Help me, help me. Yes. That easy.
Silver pushing bot.
It's fine. Good.
Well,
I mean, like, the key is, and they've actually come up with a term for this in academia now called information literacy. It's kind of the fancy term for it now, but being able to look at multiple sources and try to decide which narrative makes the most sense to you. And just not trusting something unequivocally, no matter which side it's on.
so
Being able to sift through different types of information is what it all comes down to. After we get this, we gotta run. This is starting to feel dangerous.
Dragon's in over a minute. So.
Okay. Yeah, we can just buy and
chase.
work bottom, I suppose. Yeah, what's up, Rune? I still play him sometimes, but just in general, most tanks as supports, I don't favor them for solo queue. Now, you will see them in pro play sometimes, especially Alistar, but I'm gonna go ahead and get more control wards. I could get that other piece working towards Zeke's, but I'd rather have the vision. So Nautilus's problem is the same problem as most other tanks in that he goes in, he's not a great Ardent Sensor user, he's okay.
I am greedy.
Alright, if we do Dragon, we need to go to Baron pretty soon after.
Is he building AP? No, he's AD cannon. Okay. I was like, why is he not doing any damage? I mean, I'm shielding a lot of it with Locket, but still, like, he's not even breaking the Locket shield.
He's like their only CC, so I just bought a QSS. So like, they can't chain any CC on me.
Nice.
I think we should go
It's
for
just-
mid inhibitor if a showing
Back.
up.
Max attack speed, no CC. Just
Yeah, just get the inhibit. We only need a...
Straight up, straight up. We need Jinx though.
Is Akali gonna... Akali's gonna get that tower, probably, unless that rocket hits her.
I can TP there, or is it too late?
Yeah, TP on the next wave when she rolls in there. If she starts hitting the tower. If she runs, then... She might come up here to try to stop us. Okay, yeah, go ahead and TP in. I played that pretty poorly. Oh, God. Yeah, we gotta have the whole crew take her down. We should just go back and push her off the lane. Yeah, Nautilus received several nerfs too. Mostly the top lane Nautilus, but it does hurt support Nautilus a little bit. Basically, I mean, what you have to ask yourself in this patch is, can that champion build Ardent Sensor or not? And like, Nautilus can, but he has to take hits. Like, the reason you can get away with it on someone like Thresh, I think, is because you don't have to go in and take hits. You can stay back and peel and still be very effective.
Alright, they're gonna contest Baron. I mostly just want to delay because we got 2 inhibits
There's
down.
no Akali, that's the only one on their team that could really fight. We just force it.
Yeah, if you get a
He doesn't-
fear on somebody, can you fear the Soraka or just anybody? Oh, yeah, we can get Sivir here. Maybe. She's gonna ult, but we can at least force her to ult. It's fine. Yeah, we can just go do Baron. The waves are pushed up, I think.
Yeah.
And Sivir's out of position. We can bait it. I can hook him right here. Yeah, I'll throw the shield to give everybody that Ardent buff.
It only goes to the first person.
No, it goes to everybody.
No, because only one person gets triggered from it.
It's a good game, boys.
Yeah, we got it. Now, Ardent, anyone that gets hit by a shield, unless that shield says all allies who touch it.
I think that shield goes to the first
throw
ally
the shield
and
out.
you.
Throw your shield out. Like, throw your lantern out and we'll see. Throw it to him. You see he gets it, we walk over it, we don't get one.
Oh, okay. So it shields me and one ally. Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. If I land the CC, though, everyone can get it off the CC.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, wow.
I used to play Thresh.
There you go. Yeah, you can tell I haven't played him. I played him some, but I just always assume because it heals me and the ally, or shields us, then it would shield everybody, but that's not the case.
That was a better game.
It's kind of like Ivern with buffs.
Nice.
I got a box.
Nice.
Who got the S? Well, two people did. Thank you for getting S's.
Nice. I guess I'll keep that one around. I mean, it wasn't the most game-breaking Thresh game ever, but I think I had some alright plays, so I need some more Thresh videos. People like Thresh. Alright, gentlemen. Thanks. I'm sure we'll get another game in here in a second if you want to stick around. I got a pretty light crew tonight, which is cool, because that means that people that show up get to play more games. So, it's good.
I'm out for tonight, though. Good game, boys.
Alright, good game.
Bye.
Alright, see y'all. Okay, I'm going to, well, that's it for the Thresh video, first of all. Thank you very much for tuning in. Like I said, it's okay. I got to talk a little bit about current Thresh and 717. I do think that Ardent is good on him, especially if you don't have to be the frontline engager. You can just land hooks and still be very effective and play back and run with Ardent Sensor. I mean, you can also go for more tanky if you want to go the Targon's line and go for Eye of the Equinox. Something like maybe Eye of the Equinox plus Locket plus... You could go Redemption, or you could go... what is that thing? The Gargoyle Stone Plate. Like, you can go some stuff like that if you want. You can go Knight's Vow, but he only gets half effectiveness on the Knight's Vow passive, and they just nerfed Knight's Vow. So it's okay. I still think going something like Ardent into Locket is a pretty good combo, plus coin. Okay, but that does make you squishier once again, so it's a trade-off, but I think it's viable. Okay, well, that's going to be it. Thank you very much. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time.